Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Michael Mastro. YouTube channel is Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart of Lee's son, Kyun, who recently committed suicide. May he rest in peace. Famous actor, South Korean actor. If you looked in the Eastern horizon, using Vedic sidereal zodiac, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at 26 degrees. First, we're going to look and see how the planets are operating in this chart, and then when they're operating during certain events and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So Sun is at 16 degrees. It is ruling his career house, and it is placed in his house of happiness and home life. So his career comes through his leadership abilities, and this brings happiness. Moon is weak. It is poorly placed in a challenging house, the 12th house of loss of life. And this affects the mind and can create depression. It's ruling the house of good fortune. So it brings good fortune through taking on roles for the public. The 12th house has to do with separating from who you are to take on different roles. Mars is ruling the 6th house. It's a challenging house. So it can bring challenges for health and inner conflict. And it is placed in the house of good fortune, of performing arts. So it gives passion for performing arts. Mercury is ruling the house of income, the 11th house, and it is placed in the house of performing arts. So it gives income and expression through performing arts. We have weak infant state Jupiter at 2 degrees. Any planet that's less than 5 degrees has trouble promoting its own significations. So Jupiter rules the house of wealth and fame. So this gives wealth through, it's sitting in the 5th house of creativity through creative arts. Challenging Venus. Venus is, you see the sign of Libra, 7th sign of Libra in the 12th house, which is a challenging house. It is at 14 degrees and it is placed in the house of creativity. So again, it's giving this ability to separate from who he is, the 12th house, and take on these different acting roles, creative acting roles. Then we have weak placement of Saturn. Saturn is placed in the 8th house, house of vulnerability, and it is ruling the house of happiness. So this can, bring some unhappiness and depression. And some happiness comes through hard work and the 8th house, being able to research different roles that he's playing. When we have challenging Rahu and Ketu, they're always balancing opposite each other. Rahu giving desire for fame, Ketu giving insights into partnerships, and balancing personal needs with the needs of his partners. Basically, what they are, Rahu and Ketu are teaching in this chart. Let's look at the timing of events. His career started in 2005 during a Jupiter period, bringing some recognition and fame. Jupiter ruling the house of fame. Then in 2007, he was acted in the Coffee Prince during a Saturn period, bringing some happiness, ruling the house of happiness. In 2009, he got married and he had a son. During a Saturn period. Saturn is ruling the house of family, starting a family. In 2010, he was in the movie Pasta during a Mercury period, bringing some income, ruling the house of income. In 2011, he had another son during a Saturn period, again, adding to ruling the house of family. And 2000, I think it's 12, he was in My Mister during a Mercury period, bringing more income. 2019, he was acted in the movie Parasite, which won a lot of Academy Awards during a moon period, bringing good fortune. 2010, he was charged with illegal drug use, which during a Jupiter period, which affected his reputation, and he lost a role in an upcoming film. And 2023, December 27th, he committed suicide. If you look at the transit chart on the left, you see that Rahu and Ketu were very close to the rising sign degree, afflicting 6 out of his 12 houses, but especially the first house of the body and his fame, and as well as Mars and Mercury were also afflicted by Rahu in this case. Mars is inner conflict, Mercury is the mind, so making drastic decisions. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, he's involved in some charities which were helping transform Venus, Mars, Rahu, and Ketu. And the rest of the planets could be strengthened with my favorite remedy, a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for his benefic planets. If you'd like to get a kavash or learn Vedic astrology or get a reading, you can go to vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.